What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Screen and Silk with your girl, where we break down all the drama, the mess, the moves, and the mayhem from your favorite shows. And baby, today we're getting into Snowfall Season 1, Episode 2, Make Them Birds Fly. Child, the streets are getting hotter, the lies are getting deeper, and Franklin, he's tiptoeing into the deep end with no life jacket. Grab your tea, wine, or whatever you're sipping on. Let's talk about it. Franklin gets on his hustle. We kick off this episode with Franklin at the bus stop just chilling. But you already know your boy got that street radar activated because he spots this dude on a blue Honda motorcycle going into a grocery store. Franklin's gears are turning already. Next thing you know, my man comes out of that store, the proud owner of that very same motorcycle, bought it straight cash with that extra 4,000 from Claudia's deal. He's riding clean now. But listen, Franklin must be cruising, but emotionally, he's on a roller coaster. You can tell he's still unsure about what he's really stepping into. He's fresh in the game, but the game is not fresh with him. Teddy and Alejandro paranoia is brewing. Now let's talk about Teddy. He's in the kitchen, washing his face, trying to wipe off all that guilt and confusion from the mess he's in. Alejandro walks in all casual, and Teddy's like, "We gotta bounce from this stash house." He's not feeling safe and definitely not trusting Alejandro. Y'all, Teddy got that "I know you lying" energy all over him. And when Alejandro suggests he take a bump, Teddy's like, "Nah, he ain't here for the drugs, he's here for control." But let me tell you, the way Teddy clenches that bag of kilos and leaves, he's holding on to more than just product. He's holding on to secrets and stress. Gustavio's ain't no fool. Then we got our boy Gustavo, El Oso, is under his pickup truck working on it. But he ain't just changing no oil, okay? That man is playing chess while Pedro thinks he's playing checkers. So Gustavio pulls up to meet Pedro and Lucia under the bridge. Pedro's already barking like a chihuahua, talking about where's the money. Gustavio tosses a bag with a family portrait in it like, "Here's what you really need to look at." That moment right there, I on it. Pedro pulls a gun on him, and I'm like, "Wait a minute, ain't this your cousin?" Lucille, thank God, calms things down. She sees Gustavio ain't here for the BS. She's starting to respect his gangster. Meanwhile, Pedro, "Boy, go sit down somewhere." Ava's house of chaos. Woo! Now Teddy and Alejandro go meet with Ava, and y'all, this scene is chaotic. Ava out here snorting coke, drinking scotch, and talking wild. He hates phones, he's paranoid, and then boom, he pulls a gold-plated gun on them. This man strips them down to check for wires and then makes his own men strip too. Like Ava said, if I'm paranoid, everybody gotta be naked. I was clenching my pearls like, not the group strip search. Meanwhile, Yoda in the backyard is looking like he's about to pass out, and he does. Ava kicks Teddy and Alejandro out. Then postpone. This whole scene just screams unhinged energy. Franklin, Ava, and Rolls Royce missions. Franklin later pulls up to Ava's place right as they're trying to save Yoda's life. Franklin's like, "Look, I got the money. Let me get a few more keys." Ava agrees, but only if Franklin takes Yoda to the hospital. So here goes Franklin driving Ava's Rolls Royce, delivering a half dead man to the ER, and then dripping before the nurse even say thank you. The hustle is real, but so is the risk. Jerome, Lewis, and that bag of secrets. Later, Franklin pulls up to Jerome's house, but things ain't sweet. Jerome is heated about Logan's bruised face from that Claudia's mess, and when Franklin's mom, Sissy, shows up, oh Lord, it's like the feds pulling up. Sissy is in the house like a detective. Whose motorcycle is that? Franklin lies like a pro. She's like, you gotta come help me evict somebody, and Franklin has no choice but to roll out. But let's talk about that scene with Miss Perkins, the chicken milk bomb. Sissy and Franklin goes to evict this wild woman named Doris Perkins, and baby Doris is not going quietly. She's loud, rude, and has the audacity to make a large gesture at Franklin. But the kicker, they find a literal chicken milk bomb, a glass jar filled with milk and raw chicken. I gag. Sissy's boss shows up, Tora Frozy, and Doris throws that nasty concoction at his car. The whole complex is out there like it's showtime, and Sissy is trying her hardest to keep the peace. That scene gave me life and disgust at the same time. Gustavio's play, money secured. Back to El Oso. Remember that repair job that was him hiding the stash under his truck. He pulls the cash out while Lucille watches, her eyes lit up like Christmas morning. She's really starting to believe Gustavio is the real deal, and low-key he is. Teddy's trust issues. Teddy finally confronts Alejandro with the earring he found. He's putting two and two together and not liking the picture it makes. Alejandro denies everything, but Teddy ain't buying it. Their relationship is cracking like old plaster, y'all. The tension is thick. Final deal and Lucille side-eye. We end with Gustavio and Lucille going to the new stash pot. They meet Teddy, who now calls himself Red Thompson, and Lucille is like, uh-oh, who is this? She ain't feeling the switch up, but they go ahead with the transaction. Teddy plays it slick, but Alejandro is shook that Teddy went to Ava's solo. Teddy ends the episode on the phone, looking at a photo of his son. You can see it in his face. He's deep, and there's no turning back. This episode was packed with paranoia, power plays, and people pushing boundaries. Franklin is climbing up, but the cracks are already showing. Teddy is unraveling Gustavio. Oh, he's earning strips fast, and the women, Lucille, Sissy, even Doris, they all show strength in their own wild ways. Snowfall ain't playing with us, y'all. Alright, fam, that's it for today's episode of Screen and Silk with your girl. If you enjoyed the breakdown, hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and share this episode with your fellow Snowfall junkies. I'll catch y'all next time. Same vibe, same tea. Until then, keep sipping and stay out of trouble.